Hello everybody and welcome. In today's video we're going to be talking about my investment portfolio. Let's get started with an overview of the goal. The goal is to reach £1 million by 2050. I aim to invest a minimum of £300 a month on a consistent basis across that entire period. The investment portfolio is a crucial part of my retirement strategy. The individual stocks within the portfolio make up a large contribution to my portfolio. In the next section, we will review the performance of individual holdings. So let's review the performance of high return on capital or high margin type stocks. Starting with Bank OZK, it has performed very well for me, but hasn't changed much in the last month or so. Remains the largest holding in this section. Alphabet or Google, now it looks like that's had a bad month. That's not the case. It's because I've added to my position. So the overall cost average is higher, so it looks like the total return is lower. But in fact, it's just a larger position size. A company that I'm very happy with and potentially could expand that holding further in the future. Williams-Sonoma, one of the best performers in month, up 29 percentage points, now up over 150% in less than 2 years. Bit of a negative month for Skyworks, now in the red on that one. Very minimal change for Dropbox. Similar for Visa. Similar for Fortinet. Good month last time for Rightmove, up 13%. Unilever very steady as always. A decent month for Meta, up 66% on that holding. I wish I bought more, of course. Same for American Express back in 2020, up 8 points now, 180% total return. A negative month for Elevance Health, at least in terms of the market price. Drawback or pullback for Adobe as well, represents about 1% of my portfolio, just over 1%. And Berkshire's dropped back a tiny bit as well. The next section, we're going to review the performance of the dividend stocks. We begin with Unum Group, the largest holding individual stocks in the portfolio. A good month, so hovering around a 200% return. Not much change for Aviva, nor its counterpart Legal & General. Investec, I did invest more with a dividend reinvestment, so the month's change of minus 46% is a little bit misleading. As with Google, the cost average went up, so there's a dividend reinvestment there. And a small drop for plus 500, but still pretty good total return in around about 4 years. The next section, we have the managed by others performance. These are the index funds and a couple of managed funds that I believe have a good protection or buffer in my portfolio. As always, we start with Fundsmith, the largest holding overall, over £3,000, so 6% of my portfolio there. Cell Train up a little bit, has returned over 100%. As always, I add to the world index every month. Flat on the US index. Very little change on most of these holdings. The next chapter will review the performance of the cyclical companies, starting as always with AMR. Intel, and then the crypto, so a little bit of positive change, but very small part of the portfolio for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Finally, we'll review the legacy holdings performance, positions that I had before I started this strategy. Good month for Alibaba. Not much to say in terms of performance on the rest of these. Very negative overall, but not much change within a month. We like to be transparent and show everything. In the last video, the value of the portfolio was 54,644. So in the next section, we will actually review the portfolio progress to see how that's changed in the next month. And that portfolio value is now just under £55,500 against a year-end target of just over £54,000. That looks pretty good, certainly ahead of target, but things can change quite quickly, up or down, month to month. Small increase in performance in the last month plus a deposit. So let's look next at what run rate is required in order to hit the £1 million target for 2050. Run rate required each year is 9.5%. And finally, and perhaps most interestingly, let's look at the transactions, the buys and sells that I've made in the previous month. And we start with Alibaba, where 3 separate sales were made as the market price of that position increased. I'll be looking to offload that position bit by bit over the course of sort of a 12-month period. That position size is now much smaller than it was at the start of the year. 4 different purchases unusually. 2 of those are the usual, however, with the monthly addition to the Fundsmith Fund and the World Index. There's also a reinvestment of dividend into Investec. Dividend actually was about 10% on cost, so pretty impressive. And then an addition to Google, about 1% of the value of the portfolio. Now, as we round up the video, a friendly reminder, we have a Patreon page if you wish to support the channel. On that page, the paid members is a free Discord server link where we discuss investing. That's all for today, and thank you for watching.